Thomas was driving along the Windows XP desktop background. There wasn't a lot to see other than the windmill that's not supposed to be there. And then he decided a change of scenery would benefit. Liminal spaces get quite boring.
This is boring.
Anyway, after Thomas stated what I had already said, he decided to pull up to the station to hear the tea. Thomas, what do you see? What's out there?
Boring Windows XP backgrounds.
Well,
It's
you should,
horrible.
I don't know. I know.
There's nothing out there.
After that, Thomas talked about how boring his day was. The other engines were not pleased. Can you talk about something else for once? Yeah, you're boring as fuck.
I tell you what, there's nothing good as like empty backgrounds. I can get used to it all day. In fact, I could probably go look at some right now.
When Thomas's drivers wasn't looking, he made a silly face to scare them away. Meanwhile, the other engines were dying of cringe.
Man, they're too cringy. What if I were to move myself from the cringe?
Thomas said to himself. He smiled just thinking about the grassy backgrounds. Meanwhile, the other engines' faces were too crumpled up to see Thomas on the move. He rushed along, but the sudden movement scared Thomas for some reason.
Wait, this wasn't my default settings? My Windows background is changing!
Thomas realized he had accidentally downloaded a computer virus into his boiler. Headed straight into the station master's house. With a crash, he fucking broke his shit,
Holy shit!
said Thomas. He realized he had just sprayed asbestos all over because the house hadn't been renovated since the 1950s. And got asbestos all over the station master's breakfast,
Now you're gonna give all my kids cancer.
said the station master's wife, seeing that asbestos had ruined her breakfast. She slammed the door and went to schedule an appointment with her doctor. Thomas could feel the tumors growing in his brain. The workers, with improper hazmat equipment, were struggling to get Thomas out and contain the asbestos before it killed everyone in Sodo. Donald and Douglas decided to pull up to bully Thomas.
Hey, we've come to fix your computer virus. I heard it's really bad. You should like get a new laptop or something. You're probably going to die the next 9 months.
Little did they know, Thomas didn't even have a computer in his boiler, yet there was somehow a virus. Slowly pulling him away, Thomas began to have an existential crisis. Not only were his J's creased, but he was also at risk of getting cancer, which he may be entitled to financial compensation.
Holy shit.
Thomas, what the fuck? You put asbestos everywhere, said Sir Topham Hatt.
I'll have cancer, sir.
Speak up, I can't hear you. I'm going deaf in both ears. You know that. What are you saying? I can't hear you over the asbestos and the fucking weed in your face.
I smoke weed?
That's enough, you're cringe. Thomas could only sigh.
Man.
He became the very thing he swore to destroy. And with that,
I'm fucking cringe.
okay.
Turkey sandwich.